Hey, hello Sebastian, and welcome to the stream. A little bit of a later start than I wanted to, but you know, we're here now, and let me just get everything set up here. Gotta get my chat out and make sure everything's working. There we go. Alright, yeah, we are fine. Okay, wonderful. Everything, I mean, you can hear me, right? I think you can, right? Surely. Hey, Derek, hopefully you can hear me. Daniel, please help me get to sleep. It's 3 a.m. you say. Well, maybe I can. I don't know. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm relaxing enough. Maybe I'm relaxing enough. Okay. Sebastian, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right. So, yeah, last time in the previous stream, we were doing a lot of smithing, and I gotta say, I'm actually very much enjoying it. Hilariously enough, because as I said to you before, I'm not actually that big a fan of the smithing mechanics. However, I feel like the stamina itself is actually not too bad. Maybe it's just because I'm talking with you. Maybe that's the reason why I'm having a more fun time than I would have otherwise. That might be it. Anyway, I'm actually just going to sell this leather real fast. I did get that from a poacher quest. There is actually a camel here as well that's going to sell for 4,500. Richard, welcome. Andrew, hello. Francis, hello there. Isaiah and Liradoni, if I'm saying that correctly. Probably not, but yes. Anyway, I'm probably going to sell this too. Why not? We might as well. And we do have this Huskarl decorated shirt. I should probably give this to Risa, all things considered, so that's exactly what I will do. Oh yeah, by the way, I did actually install a mod by the name of Achievement Unblocker. This was actually found by one of the people in the chat in the previous stream, and I was really appreciating that. I was super appreciating that because I was just thinking to myself, I want to be able to earn achievements, even though for me personally, I don't really care about achievements that much. But it's just cool to see those kinds of things pop up, and then you look at it and you're like, oh, I actually did that thing? That's really cool, right? Yeah, those kinds of things. So that's the reason why I have that installed, because apparently achievements don't work in sandbox mode, which I think is, well, I don't think that that's how it should be. I think that's a bit weird for me personally. But yeah, anyway, Sebastian says, I'm at night shift at my work, a pretty relaxed turn to see some Bannerlord with Mr. Reformist. Well, thank you very much. I'm pleased to have you join me here. And hopefully we're going to be able to do some nice stuff in regards to our smithing skills, and maybe just maybe get to a little bit of a higher level here. I have basically nothing to smelt. That is a bit of a problem, isn't it? Yeah, that is a bit of a problem. However, someone did actually tell me, someone told me in a comment, actually, not in the stream itself, but I actually saw this literally just minutes ago when I was looking through comments, that curved blades, I'm not sure whether it's one of you that actually commented this just now, but whatever the case, curved blades apparently sell for more. Am I correct in thinking that? Maybe, just maybe. I'm not entirely sure about that, but whatever the case, I'm going to try it out, and hopefully that's going to be the case, because I will be very pleased to make some more money. I'd like to make some more money. Ooh, look at this. We're actually getting some pretty nice stuff right here. Ooh, now this is a pretty nice looking sword, if I do say so myself. Oh, Andrew says, if you ever do the Old Realms again, you ought to do a friendly neighborhood vampire count that is an independent contractor of sorts, as in hires all the different companions and hires the different troops. Oh, that's actually a good idea. I think that would be a lot of fun. I'm basically really just waiting to play it again when it has more things added, because it's looking so incredibly impressive right now, but I just want more from it, you know what I mean? I want more factions, I want more of everything, because it's just such an incredible experience as it is, and there's only 2 factions right now, but imagine how it would be if they added another 1 or another 2 or however many. It's just going to be a lot of fun to play, so I'm very much looking forward to that. But that sounds like a fun idea, Andrew, it does. Ionut? I could be saying your name completely wrong. I do apologize. You said you're the first YouTuber that I subscribe to. Love to see that you're still into Mountain Blade. Hey, thank you very much. That is super nice. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And hopefully you're going to enjoy some of this. Hopefully Anyway, Casey says, I don't really like this game. Oh no. Oh, that's sad. I'm so sorry. But I swear Reformist just makes games fun. Oh, well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I do try. I do try. Anyway, let's make a couple of things right here. Just gonna make some things. Wow, this is taking a lot of my stamina, as you can see. Whoa, okay. Yeah, that was a lot of stamina. Damien, hey. Yeah, it is, yeah, it is a bit late, isn't it? Or, as you might, you might think it's a bit early instead, It's a bit early, so who knows? Maybe. All right, but yeah, it's good to see you, Damien. And Andrew, I'm a D&D 5e player. Oh, yeah, I love D&D. Gotta love some D&D right there. Okay, so I'm actually just going to wait here for a little bit of time. I think we might want to do a couple of tasks as well. I'd like to try and increase my relation with a couple of villages in and around the area here. Although, to be fair, I'm actually not entirely sure whether it's a good idea for me to even bother with the Vlandians right now. But I'm thinking maybe what we want to do is just buy some, I don't know, buy some horses or something like that. Someone actually said that charcoal is really good to sell at Zayonica, so it might be a good idea for me to head back down there. You can see here that the Khuzait have their hands full at the moment. They're currently at war against the Northern Empire and the Sturgians, and yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a handful for them. But thankfully, I'm pretty safe over here, so I'm pretty happy with that. Oh wow, we've got a lot of different time zones in the. Yes, school. Yes, indeed, it is. It is very, very early or late in the night. For me, and for a couple of people as well. As you can see right here, we've got a person with 5 a.m. We've got some 10 p.m. people. Yeah, that's actually awesome. I really love the fact that we have people from all over the place. And Andrew's apparently watching the Seeker playthrough. Yeah, I absolutely loved that mod. I think that was super fun. Yeah, we did the business. We did the whole thing. It was great. Absolutely wonderful. I love the custom troop trees in that, actually. All right, so I'm thinking maybe there is going to be a task that we might be able to take to clear out this hideout, but there isn't anything in Sargot at the moment, so I'm actually wondering whether that's going to be like a village nearby or something like that. Oh, and there we go. The Khuzait have actually made peace with someone. The Northern Empire. Okay, that actually that maybe makes things a little bit easier for us, because then we're going to be able to, adventure around in Empire territory and maybe get some Pugios for our smithing business. That might be kind of nice. Casey says, what's your favorite series you've ever made? Okay, that's going to be, I think that's probably going to be a bit impossible for me to answer, unfortunately, but I gotta say, I really loved, well, I mean, if you're talking not Warband, not Bannerlord or anything like that, then, well, because that's the thing. Basically, anything that you see a long series on, either it was stopped because of a technical problem, or it was stopped because we win, or we won, generally that's how that would work in comparison to me not enjoying it, because I always try to make the most fun that I can in pretty much any series, because that's the point. I want to have fun and you want to have fun, and that's kind of how I want to do things. So if you see a long series, then I'm most likely enjoying that, like, to no end. Although, to be fair, some series just get cut short due to time constraints as well. So, yeah, maybe you can't really take that away. But I really like the Star Wars: The Old Republic series. I thought all of them were really enjoyable. I thought, oh wow. I can't, some of these games that I used to play long ago when I first started the channel, basically, I thought they were really fun too, even though, it's not what I'm known for really now, but I thought they were really fun too. But yeah, if you're talking Warband, then I'm going to say Blood and Steel, Pendor, Light and Darkness, those ones, basically, they're really good. Obviously, Last Days of the Third Age is amazing too, all that stuff. But yeah, Bannerlord, well, it's probably going to be Pelisor and maybe the Berserker, the Ronin, Basically all of them, really. It's very difficult to actually answer that. But do you have any specific series that you wanted to mention, Casey? Because I'm happy to talk about that if I get my little brain nudged a little bit, then I'll probably remember it quite well. But yeah, anyway, we actually have 100% stamina now, so I think I'm actually going to smelt these two-handed swords, and then we're just going to get a couple of extra parts. Hopefully they're going to be pretty numerous, and then we'll be able to craft a bunch more. I'm just going to spend the rest of my stamina here just to get to 75 smithing, and let me catch up on chat a little bit here. Sebastian says, have you seen the Europa Ad Bellum mod? Still being developed, but it's looking spectacular. I gotta say, I haven't seen that. I have not seen that. I very rarely keep up with the development of mods until they come out, because I generally just want to get stuck in. As soon as they're available for download, boom, I'm in there, you know. But yeah, generally I have seen a couple of previews of the Kingdoms of Arda. I think that looks fantastic. And bear in mind, there's a lot of different mods that are still in development, and I think they were amazing. I think they're really, really good. You know, like for example, the Old Realms, we were talking about that just now, and also obviously Realm of Thrones. You know, that's also extremely cool. No, you don't need to apologize, Casey. You don't need to apologize. No, don't worry about that. I was just wondering whether there was anything specific. But yeah, just those really. But yeah, as I say, there are inevitably going to be games that I really enjoy, but they probably don't get full series due to lack of interest, because, you know, if there's two people enjoying it, me and one person, there's not any point in me putting in the effort to do that. But well, never mind. Oh, whoa, we got some rebels going on here. We got some rebellions and everything. Okay, yeah, well, whatever the case, I'm just going to catch up on chat a little bit here. I'm getting a bit slow because my answers are super long. I'm so sorry about that, but trying to be thorough here. Oh, Zero, thank you so much. I completely missed your message, but thank you very much for letting me know about that mod in the previous stream. I've actually installed it now, so hopefully I'll be seeing some pretty cool achievements pop up, and then we'll be able to see exactly what's going on with them. That would be cool. Okay, so we're actually going to make this, I guess. We're going to make this blade. I'm just going to try and make as many blades as possible, and hopefully that's going to work nicely for us. Just going to go for two-handed swords. There we go. That seems nice. The difficulty is 100, so I'm not sure if that's really going to do much. There we go. Oh, we can actually... Whoa, look at that. We ended up at exactly 0%. That is super nice. All right, let me just wait here then. Playing my first ever playthrough on Xbox, and you're a vassal of the Crusade. Ooh, fun. And Sturgian troops now give me... Oh, no. Oh, dear. They now give you PTSD. Also, their AI in general. Yeah, well, if you use Crusade units, it should be okay. If you use horse archers, if you use horse archers a bunch, you're gonna have a great time, because horse archers in general are fantastic. You just put them on auto delegate or something like that. They're gonna run rings around the opponent, almost literally. Well, pretty much literally, in fact. So it is a lot of fun to play with Crusade. Maybe that's gonna help you out. What I've just said, you know, the little circle thing. I don't know. But yeah, they were my second series ever in Bannerlord, focusing on the Crusade, Daniel. So yeah, that was a lot of fun actually. Francis says, I love Mount and Blade, but it's so much better to watch your gameplay, and glad I get to watch it live. Oh, thank you, and I'm glad you're here. School says, well, since I caught you live, I can tell you I truly do appreciate what you did for me after my dog died during the Freeman campaign several years ago. It has always stuck with me. You know what? I'm always glad to do anything like that. Any single time I can help out in a very small way, because let's face it, I am only helping out in a small way here. I will try. I will try to do that. And if it provides you or anyone with any bit of comfort, then that's absolutely great. And I am very pleased to have done that. And I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well, school. Yeah. So yeah. From my playthrough, I've noticed that you can get bandit camp quests from both a city and a village, so you get double the income. Really? Oh, that's good to know. Thank you very much for letting me know about that. That is actually really, really useful. Oh, there's a caravan ambush here as well. We definitely want to do that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Old Republic series were classics. Yeah, I absolutely love those. They were so much fun. I think I liked the Sith Warrior one the most, mostly because of the way that I imposed that pseudo rule set on myself, where I basically had to play with an honorable mindset. And obviously, this is very much subjective because some things are more honorable than others to various people. So obviously, you know, if you think about honor and you think about what is honorable, it's a bit more, you know, a bit more of a personal thing rather than, you know, straight up evil or straight up good, or, you know, in the case of Star Wars, of course, light, dark side. But yeah, that's the reason why I really liked the Sith Warrior. I thought that was a lot of fun. 41 episodes, I believe. 41 episodes. So yeah, anyway, let me see what else is going on here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look out for the bandit quests, the bandit camp quests from yeah, double the income. That's crazy good. Hopefully I'll be able to take advantage of that. JBD says, Pendor gives me some good memories. I remember sat in my game design class at college describing a game I really wanted, and then my friend introduced me to Warband. Oh, well, hopefully you're still friends with that friend, because that's a nice thing to do. Absolutely. And yeah, I hope you had a wonderful time exploring the world of Warband, and maybe you're still playing. I don't know. Maybe you're still playing the game. I don't know. Maybe you've graduated. Well, both college and and graduated from Warband to Bannerlord potentially. Same. I love Pendor. Had a fun and stressful time, says Francis. Oh yes. Don't even get me started. If you've seen my other streams, then you know I was talking about how I first started playing Pendor, and I think it was in episode 9 or something. I had the brilliant idea to increase my difficulty to the maximum. And this was basically just after I started playing the game, you know, in general. And, well, you can kind of assume that it didn't really go, yeah, it didn't really go that well. So, yeah, just ran into some bandits, and basically the bandits were like, oh yes, we will take your money. And I was like, yes, okay, please do take my money, because I was an imbecile in, you know, changing my difficulty settings. So inexperienced, you know, in such an experienced fashion. And it definitely made things much more difficult, but it was a journey, that's for sure. It was a journey. The original Prophecy of Pendor playthrough was obviously pretty significant. It was 202 episodes, if I recall correctly. So if you're looking for something that's really long in regards to a series length, then, well, there you go. There you have it. There's one for you. But bear in mind, it is, of course, a long time ago, and the quality of the video might have been degraded because of the way that YouTube's technology has advanced. And I know that a long time ago, you know, videos that were made, what, 10 years ago now, if you made them in 720p, which is what I was recording in at the time, they're gonna look a little rough, but maybe it's gonna be okay. I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be okay. Maybe it just very much depends on how you watch it or something. Maybe if you watch it on a mobile device or on a smaller screen, it might be okay. But yeah, that was a fond memory for me. You know, just absolutely failing against those bandits. But it was a learning experience, that's for sure. Anyway, oh, we gained a level. Nice. All right, cool. School says Nova Aetos, I think, is the name of the one I absolutely loved as far as mods go. The one that added religion and expanded the map, added boats, etc. I spent a couple of 100 hours on that one. Yeah, Nova Aetos, absolutely. I love that too. Yeah, the farming system I thought was actually really cool too. The way that they added that, and the ability to go over to the Aztec region as well. And you could just completely, well, you could try at least. The player could go over to the Aztec region and try to take over their towns over there. And because they had relatively not so good gear, you might be able to make your own faction relatively fast in that area. So yeah, that's actually a nice strategy to use, but obviously it's very much dependent on your unit quality itself, because otherwise, you know how it is, you're just going to get absolutely outnumbered. So it is going to be difficult, because they I think they have didn't they have like 600 or 1,000 units in the garrison there or something like that? I don't know, I can't remember now, but yeah, it was pretty significant. Anyway, I believe that is indeed a victory for us. We did have these mounted ransackers actually give us the runaround pretty significantly, but we did manage to achieve victory, and the amount of level ups we're getting right now. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Okay, so let's get some of those. There we go. I should probably not level up my forces too much, because then we're going to be paying a lot more in wages, but my mercenary wages are obviously going to be increased now as well, because I've earned a little bit of influence. So that's going to be kind of nice. So the best way to get two-handed parts is to smelt the ones you just crafted. Fantendo, yeah, that was actually a tip that someone told me from the previous stream. Someone actually said that was a way to do it, and that seems actually to be pretty good, because if you have a lot of materials like I do right now, then you're pretty much able to just rinse and repeat over and over again, as long as you have the stamina to do it. So, for example, as you can see here, I have bunches of, two-handed swords. I don't know how much these sell for, actually. So if you need money, then maybe it's a good idea. Oh, wow, they actually sell for a decent amount. Wow, look at that. Okay, yeah, they already sell for a good amount, and I haven't even really been doing smithing for that long. I've only, I only have 75 in smithing, so that's really, really interesting to me. So yeah, if we need money, there you go. We can very quickly get some money from that. But for the moment, I'm just going to be smelting all this stuff. All of it, in actual fact. There we go. And that will hopefully get me... Yeah, look at that, look at that. It actually gave me a thick saber blade, which I'm very much wanting to use. So I'm going to just rest a little bit, and then I'm going to catch up on chat some more. Let me see here. I've been watching, Carlson says, I've been watching since the old school Warband Pendor series. Oh, yeah, that was the one I was just talking about. Fantastic. Love the channel and their calming voice. Happy to see a live stream. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for coming along. And yeah, I've been doing a couple of these. So, look out for the next one. And yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy this one as well. And hopefully I won't get taken prisoner. Yes, that happened in the first one. Let's not talk about it. Let us very quickly run away from that point that I made, and I'm staying on it for some reason. Yes, but thank you very much for that, Carlson. Anyone heard of the Gekukujo-like mod for Bannerlord? Yeah, Carlson, you got the answer right there. You got the answer. It's Shokuho or something like that. I have no idea how to say it, but yeah, it's that basically. It's the sieges. They lose. Oh, it's the sieges. They lose all their troops, and then are too weak to take on anything afterwards. Oh, wow, the Crusade. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm actually kind of surprised that they are being so weird about it. I would have expected them to actually not be that bad, but apparently they're making some questionable decisions. Let's just say that. But I hope they do. I hope they do a little better. Let's just say that. I hope they do a little better as time goes on. Didn't he play... Oh, you're talking about me. Didn't he play a mod like that? Like it among the early Bannerlord series? Yes, that is actually called... what is it called now? Tetsujin. The Tetsujin mod. If you go to YouTube search and you put in Reformers TM Ronin? Yeah. Bannerlord Ronin or something like that, it will come up, and that's the Tetsujin mod. There is a link to the mod in the description, or there should be. So if you're interested in like a Japanese theme mod, and you can't wait for the one that's being worked on right now, then the Tetsujin mod is actually really cool, because it adds a completely new faction, and you can join them, you can use their units, and it's a lot of fun actually. I really enjoyed that. So yeah, that's something to consider. I actually really like the two-handed versions only of these swords, so I'm basically just going to be making two-handeds, and there we go. Alright, that seems pretty good. And my smithing skill's actually not doing too badly. Oh yeah, that actually reminds me, I did level up, so I do need to do something about that. Let me see here, just want to make sure. School, you're doing well. Okay, that's great. Oh, and you actually have a son. Oh, congratulations. That is wonderful. Yeah, I'm very pleased to hear that, and I'm glad that you're doing well. I really am. Casey says, will you play Freeman Guerrilla Warfare yet? Or again? Just curious. Okay, so here's the thing with that game, okay? I've heard news, alright? I've heard news. They posted about working on remaking the game. Or not remaking it, but kind of reworking the various systems. They posted about this quite some time ago. I don't know how it's going, because it doesn't seem, they don't seem to have provided any kind of update or anything like that on it. And so I have no idea what's going on with it, but they did say that they were working on it. So it could just be that they are maintaining silence right now, but they're working hard on it, or it could be that they have stopped working on it completely. And in which case, if they did stop working on it, then that's very sad, because I personally really like the Mount and Blade style formula, transplanted into a different world. I think that's really cool, and having different slants on it as well. So, you know, being able to use a gun, being able to hire, military equipment, being able to take over different lands and infiltrate towns, and all that wonderful stuff. Do night battles as well. Night battles were super fun because then you could potentially sneak around and everything. And I thought it was a lot of fun to play that game. But Casey, it's unlikely that I'll be going back to it right now, but I'm going to be returning to it 100% if they come out with a new update, because I want to see what it's all about. I want to see whether they've changed it in a significantly good way, because obviously there were a lot of people that were actually complaining about how the game ended up, and they actually admitted to the fact that in their post, because this is public knowledge, by the way, you can see this on Steam if you own the game. But yeah, they actually admitted that they expanded too fast and they took on too much and decided on things that they necessarily didn't originally have planned. And as a result, the game went into so many different directions, and it kind of diluted the original purpose of it. And so that's the reason why they're thinking that they will remake it, and hopefully it's going to be, hopefully it's going to be cool. I don't know. Hopefully it's going to be really, really cool to see the rework. But yeah, so there's the answer to that. Yes. Yeah. So 13 Lackhood. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to say your name generally. I'm wondering whether you're going for like the leet speak in your name. But yeah, the Ronin series. There we go. Yeah, that's gonna be where it is. The Japanese themed mod. JBD says, I still play Warband alongside Bannerlord. First game I hit 1,000 hours in. Still amazes me how the game I always wanted already existed. It's how I found your channel too back then. Okay, awesome. That's really fantastic. I'm really pleased about that. And that's the funny thing about Warband. There are so many mods that it's literally, I think, maybe even impossible to run out of things to play. Although, to be fair, I was actually at the end of its lifespan, or shall we say just before Bannerlord came out, because technically Warband is still going. Shouldn't say at the end of its lifespan, because it is still going. There's still a massive amount of people working on mods for it and things like that. So yeah, anyway, point is, just before Bannerlord came out, it was there was the case where I had basically played everything, or I had played a lot of the mods that were available, and I'm talking maybe, I don't know, 90% of them. I have no idea, actually. I couldn't put a number on it, but from what I could see from the various things, I had basically played everything I wanted to play. So it would be, it would be really, really cool to actually go back and play some of these mods again. It's just a shame that some of them went in directions that I was not that big a fan of. For example, Blood and Steel, it did go into a bit of a different direction to how it originally was. And while the updated version is not bad, I wouldn't say it's terrible or anything like that, it was different than what I really enjoyed. So it was a little bit less fun than it was before. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. Maybe other people enjoyed it. Okay, wait a minute. What's going on here? Land of Seeker was a good series. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was insane numbers in the garrisons, but you could also bring along some super strong troops yourself. I always went over there as quick as possible because it had some amazing trade goods. I am actually not entirely sure what you are referencing there, School, but you're talking about maybe the Crusade or something with the sieges or something like that. Hey, Victor, hello, and yes, happy Veterans Day to those of you in the United States. And I hope you're doing well, Victor. I hope you're recovering nicely from your medical issues. I don't want to say that because I don't know if you want to share that, but yes, in general, I hope you're feeling better. Okay, wait a minute. I've got to be careful here. This guy's a little bit of a high level. Okay, never mind. Okay. I don't even know why I say that. Why do I say that? It's literally every single time I go, oh yes, we need to be a little bit careful. And then as soon as I say we need to be careful, boom, there's a victory. Maybe I just need to say that every single time, and then it kind of anti-jinxes me, if you know what I mean. That might be a good idea. Anyway, as you can see, these swords are actually a lot less good than the ones that I had used before. So that's kind of interesting. Oh, you're talking about Nova Airtus. Oh, okay, I understand. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, School. Yeah, all right. Yeah, sorry, I'm just all over the place right here, so yeah. But yeah, it was definitely insane numbers in the garrison. You're talking about the Aztecs, indeed. Yeah. You're talking about the Aztecs. Okay, yeah. I'm not sure about my delay. You see, the delay on the stream. It's currently on low latency and stuff like that, so I should be able to answer a bit quicker, or you should be able to hear my answer quicker. But I don't know. Maybe that's not. Maybe that's not happening too easily. Oh, I still have 0. Oh, okay. I still have 0% stamina. So let me just rest a little bit. There we go. Yeah, there was a spice vendor in the tournament. Absolutely, she's my companion. Actually, she's my quartermaster right now. I believe. Yep, she is my quartermaster. We also have a scout. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. We got a scout in the previous episode, and we also have Laria here. I actually made her into a caravan master, and in the previous stream, and she died. Yeah, she got herself killed, so that's not particularly good. But I'm actually going to recall her so that she returns to our party, and then maybe we'll make another caravan. That could be kind of cool. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I understand. Black Hood. Okay, I'm gonna call you that now. So, yes, Black Hood. Okay, that's cool. Grimardus, hello. Greetings. Yes, it is wonderful to see you. And yeah, we're still doing our little smithing here. We're still doing our little smithing, and hopefully we'll be able to get something more going on here. So, in other words, the saber blade is not as good as the fullard narrow arming sword blade. At least that's what I could see. Oh yeah, actually, I leveled up. Let me do that first. I'm continuously just going in and doing smithing because I'm actually getting a bit addicted to it now, which is kind of weird. Not sure why that's happening, but yeah. Anyway, I should probably go for Curious Smith, right? I should probably go for Curious Smith because everyone said in the previous stream that Steelmaker is terrible, so Steelmaker 2 is probably going to be not as good either. So I'm going to go for Curious Smith, right? I'm actually going to wait for you to tell me because I don't want to respec and waste money. So just let me know. Curious Smith, right? Is that the one to go for? Let's see. Anyway, I'm going to answer a couple of questions while I wait for the answers. I found your channel also while watching Pendor, somewhere along the series, Francis says. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I absolutely love Pendor, and I might actually, I don't know, I might be going back to it. I don't know yet, but as far as I'm aware, there was a new update for the mod, so I'm actually thinking, hey, you know what, that might be really cool. Casey says, I don't really remember when I first found you, but it's been a good few years, like 5 to 7. And been watching on and off ever since. I can always come back and have fun watching. I'm really pleased. I am super pleased to hear that. That is really, really nice. And Victor, you're doing well. Oh, that's great. That is wonderful. That is great to hear. And Black Hood says, what was your top 3 mods for the different Mount and Blade games so far? I gotta say, it's probably gonna be. I'm gonna separate it. I'm gonna separate it into Warband versus Bannerlord, because obviously right now Bannerlord has just so many more mods because it has quality of life improvements, it has visual improvements, It has total conversions. It has all kinds of different mods available in comparison to Warband, which was more a case of if you downloaded a mod, it would be downloading one mod and then it would have a bunch of submods included in that, if you know what I mean. So that kind of thing would be the way to go. So yeah, anyway, Curious Smith, I'm going to take that. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know about that. And yeah, otherwise, I'm going to be taking Berserker. This is just something I talked about in my Realm of Thrones series, I believe. Yeah, I was talking about this. I just do not think that Confidence is going to be that useful because I'm basically always below 90% HP. So we're going to go for Berserker. And there we have it. Okay, so now we have full focus points in smithing. That's going to be really nice. But yeah, anyway, let me continue with my thought there as we go into the smithy. So what we're gonna do is just go for the two-handed once again. Did I unlock anything else? I didn't, really? Okay, well that's kind of sad, isn't it? Oh well, never mind. Yeah, so top 3 mods for Warband. I'm gonna have to name more than 3, okay? It's way too difficult for me to for me to just name for me to just name such a small number, but I'm gonna say Blood and Steel, Light and Darkness, Pendor, Last Days of the Third Age, Gekukujo. What else? Warsword Conquest. What else? What else? I can't remember. The Star Wars mod, Star Wars Conquest. See now I'm forgetting. Britain-Walder, yeah, Britain-Walder is always one. Nova Aetus, obviously. School mentioned that earlier. Nova Aetus is amazing too. Floris Expanded, if I'm talking about native, you know. Oh yes, a Clash of Kings and a World of Ice and Fire. Thank you, Rolando. Very true. Yes, thank you for that. Yeah. Basically all of these are really, really good. But I would definitely say my top mods would probably be Pendor, and yeah, I don't know. I think Pendor is probably the mod that you have to play if you've just played native, because it improves pretty much everything and also adds bunches of depth. So if you're not looking for anything in particular, so for example, if you're not going for like historical, you know, in the case of, you know, Gekukujo or for something, you know, something like that, or if you're not going for something that is in a specific universe, for example, Star Wars or Lord of the Rings or Warhammer, then I think that Pendor is a really good starting point after you've just completed your first domination of Calradia. You know, just when you first started playing or something like that. I think that that's a really good mod to go for. Anyway, we actually need iron right now, so I'm gonna probably go and try to do some more things in regards to smelting some stuff. And oh, I actually have a lot of stuff. All right, fantastic. Okay, yeah. So those are basically the mods for Warband, at least. And for Bannerlord, well, it's probably going to be Chaos's Tweaks. That's basically the number one, pretty much every single time, because it just provides so much customization for what you want. You want customization when it comes to a game like this that has so much freedom, and it's just going to make everything so much more comfortable and so much more fun and enjoyable if you have it set up exactly how you want it. Obviously, I don't have Chaos's Tweaks installed right now, but I'd highly recommend it if you can. Because obviously if you're not, you know, if you're on PC, then obviously I'd recommend it, but if you're not, then obviously you don't have that option anyway, which is unfortunate. But yeah, basically that. And then any total conversions. Right now, all the total conversions I've played for Bannerlord have been wonderful. They've been very good, and of course they're still in development, so they're still a little bit rough around the edges, but most of the time they're looking really impressive. And the modding community is doing such an amazing service. They really are. Okay. Ooh, I got an iron saber blade this time. You know what? I'm still not going to do that. I'm still just going to make some of these. Let's actually just select the ones that I currently have available. I want to go for the two-handed again. There we go. Let's go for this, and then we're just going to smelt all this stuff. Going to get some more iron as a result, and then we can hopefully forge some of these. Yes, we can. There we go. We can forge 2 of those. Wonderful. All right, so let me actually have a look. Just going to make sure I'm not missing any people talking here. The Pendle series would for sure be nostalgic. Been really enjoying your latest Warband series for similar reasons. I'm asleep now though. Oh no, I missed. I think I probably missed you, JBD. I'm sorry for that, but yeah. Sleep well if you're still there, and yeah, catch you in the next one. Yeah, so this is the first time I've caught you live, but how much you read chat and take the time to fully catch up on it makes me so happy. Okay, well, I you know, that's the thing. I'm very new, all right? I'm very new to streaming. So for me personally, I feel as though it is about the interaction. I think it's about the interaction, right? Because that is what makes the that's what makes the live element so much more enjoyable for me as well. Actually, that's what's funny, because I'm not very good. I don't know. I feel like I'm a little bit maybe I'm a little bit too all over the place. I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit too all over the place or whatever. But generally, I feel like streaming itself is all about the interaction. It's less about what I actually end up doing, even though I'm obviously still attempting to do things. But it is more of a case of, you know, answering people and having conversations, you know, actually having conversations with people. Because in a video, I can't obviously do that. I'm just going to talk to myself, and I'm just going to basically, you know, I'm going to have a conversation with you in the future, if you know what I mean. That's that's kind of how it works. But streaming is a completely different thing. Anyway, there is a bandit base right here. Let's do this. I will go to the bandit base, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm actually going to go and check Sargot real fast. How many days do I have? 29 days. Okay, I have enough time. Easily enough time. Alright, that's going to be easy enough. So I'm actually going to go over to Sargot because I want to check to see whether I can get a bandit base quest over here too. And if I can, that's going to be amazing, because then we'll get double rewards like someone told me. Unfortunately, it seems like these tasks are basically just for the gang leaders, so that's not going to work, unfortunately. Oh well, never mind. I guess I will just go in here. I'm going to miss this day, I think. Yeah, I'm going to... well, this night, should I say more accurately. Oh well, never mind. Okay, yeah. So, let me just catch up real quick. That one Lord of the Rings mod was really fun, says Panda. Its mechanic is really different. Yeah, absolutely. The last days of the Third Age, I absolutely adore the way that they did the resources in that. I thought that was amazing. Really, really fun. And the way that they separated the resources as well. So the way that you earned reputation and the resources themselves to be able to recruit units, I thought that was super fun, because of the way that you would have to basically be like, okay, I'm going to be loyal to these guys and maybe to these other guys, and that's it. You couldn't really recruit from everyone unless you traded some of the resources away. But yeah, it was great, and I'm very much hoping that Kingdoms of Ardor is going to be a similar thing. I don't really need them to have that resource system or anything like that in that, but I think it's just going to look great. It's going to look amazing. So yeah, anyway, let me have a look here. Oscar, hello. Hey, welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's been going for, according to this, yeah, it's been going for, yeah, as Zero said, it was about 30 minutes. It's now been about 10 minutes more than that because of me, you know, just, you know, talking. You know how it goes. But yeah, hey, Oscar, nice to see you. Mana Blade is a sandbox game. If there aren't any customizations, then it wouldn't be as good. Exactly, exactly. That's the reason why I've continually said I feel like the developer of Bannerlord should basically reach out to Chaos's Tweaks modding team and just go, hey, can we implement your mod into the game for our console players? I think that would be amazing, because being able to implement Chaos's Tweaks into the base game itself would provide so many more customizations for everyone involved. You wouldn't have to install Chaos's Tweaks anymore. The modding team would actually, you know, get compensation for their work on it, and console players would benefit dramatically from the addition of those additional customizations. And generally, the game itself would just get so much more longevity as a result too. So I think that would be amazing. But Obviously, it is not up to me, so it is. It's just an idea at the end of the day. But I think it could be amazing if they decided to do that. I think I've said amazing like, I don't even know, 7 times now, so I will probably stop. Probably a good idea. But yeah, it would be great. But yeah, who knows? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know. But they did work with the developers of Britain-Walder before to make the Viking Conquest DLC, which was obviously a paid DLC back in the day. But I'm thinking, you know, they could probably just make Chaos's Tweaks just a free integration. You know, I think that would be the best thing in general for the community and for the console players and everything. I think that would be great. Yeah. Can't wait for more mods to be available and more refined. Indeed, Francis. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that would be great. I mean, there's a lot of quality of life improvements, like, you know, like as I just said, like Chaos's Tweaks and Super Speed and Best Auto Equip mod. I'm using all those. Well, I'm not using Chaos's Tweaks right now, but usually I do try to because it is just so good. But yeah, Super Speed and Best Auto Equip is great. Ethan, most polite YouTube. Well, I don't know. I don't know whether that's the case, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And yeah, I love how you interact with chat. Well, I'm trying. I'm trying. Okay, maybe I could probably do a little better when I'm a little bit more, you know, a little bit more experienced. But as it stands, I've basically done what have I done? I've done 6 streams. 6 streams basically. And before that, it's been years, I think, since I streamed, right? I think it was like 2 years since I streamed last. And that was not streaming Mana Blade or anything like that. I'm gonna duel this guy because I think it's fun. Let's try and get him. I'm dueling with a 2-handed. Probably not the best idea, right? I'm trying to destroy his shield. Can I actually do that? My sword. I was gonna say my sword. No, my axe is actually well, should be pretty good at destroying his shield, but whoa, this guy is actually a lot more difficult than I anticipated. There we go. Okay. Whew. that was a little bit intense, wasn't it? I'm working up a bit of a sweat there. Or shall we say Barney is. I'm not so much because I'm just sitting here, but still. Yes, he was giving him the runaround, that's for sure. Oh well, never mind. Okay. So at least we did achieve victory. Ooh, what is this? I can sell that for 6,000 potentially. Okay. Very much looking forward to seeing whether I can actually sell it for 6,000, because I know that sometimes the cost of these things is a little bit exaggerated because it doesn't have the trade penalty, you know, calculated in just yet. Anyway, let me see here. Blackhood says, I know a top 3 is hard to choose personally. You choose Gekkokujo, Warsword, and Nova Aetus. Gotta be my favorite warband favorites even. Kinda wish Reckoning was actually finished, was fun but too buggy. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Oh wow. Oh god. Oh yeah. Don't even get me started with that. That was yeah, that was actually really funny because I was at the time I thought to myself, this is incredibly cool, but it's just so unfinished, and it's so sad as well because it is really fun to just run around in that world. Oh, okay, yeah, so unfortunately, as you can see, with my trade penalty coming in here, it is making a huge... Yeah, it's making things kind of bad. So I'm just going to go and smelt that instead. I'm just going to make some things first, and then I will smelt all that stuff. So let's make... Ooh, we got more parts. Okay, yeah, this is good. All right, well, let me just catch up on some things here. Joe says, hello from Kent in the UK. Did you see my message about the Last Kingdom TV show on the last stream? I gotta say, I don't think I did. I think I would have remembered that, but no, I didn't. But feel free to post that again. I'm sorry about that. Siziano says, I have 150, not 150, I'm sorry, I just knocked off 100 hours of your playtime. 250, you're saying, in Warband, and never played native. Oh, you are brave. You are very, very brave indeed. Because just jumping into Pendor, whoa, okay. Yeah, you gotta definitely have some bravery for that. But yeah, that I can imagine. I mean, really, Pendor has so much to do and so much depth to it that it's just, it's really good. It is really, really good. Okay, so let me just continue making this. There we are. And then we can just smelt all that. I'm just going to rest for a little bit of time. Oh, JBD, hey, you're still there. Okay, that's wonderful. It's nice to have this level of interaction, get to know more of your thoughts and views on things. Oh yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I think that's great too. I really like that. I really like being able to respond immediately to a variety of things, you know, to questions and to comments and so on. It's a very different experience. Let's just say that. It's a very different experience, but not a bad one at all. Very much enjoying myself. And let me see here. Casey says, do you find streaming easier or harder than just making a video? There's a lot more work involved in making a video. Because here's the thing with streaming. I'm obviously very much on, if you know what I mean. Like I'm much more active in making a stream or doing a stream. Whereas in a video, it's kind of like... I'm going to do a lot of off-screen progression, potentially. You know, a lot of off-screen progression is sometimes required. But apart from that, I record the video, and then I have to do other things in regards to it. So in other words, I have to do production after that. In other words, I have to make sure that I'm including everything that needs to be included in it. I need to edit out parts that are useless. I need to do that kind of thing. Most of the time, the editing is pretty light, but there are times when things are not great, and I have to spend an hour to, you know, kind of going through things, dependent on how long the video is, of course. So there's a lot more work away from the actual game, if you know what I mean. Whereas streaming is kind of like, yeah, I'm in the game, I'm talking with people, that's it. There's nothing else that needs to be done after that. So apart from the fact that I'm on and I'm live, you know what I mean? Being live is a lot more effort, considering I'm streaming for a lot longer as well than I would make a video, because I'd make a video for, what? You know, it depends. It depends if something bad happens, because if something bad happens, then obviously... why am I running around this village? Yeah, anyway. If something bad happens, then I'm obviously... probably going to just end the video there, because I'm going to spend a lot of time getting back on my feet and everything. So yeah, I'm going to say that both have their merits, where a video can be much more streamlined and can be much more succinct in the point that it wants to make. There's very little interaction with a viewer, and in that regard, that's obviously, in my opinion, that's one of the biggest things about streaming. It's a lot of fun to literally talk with people. I think that's very enjoyable, or at least I think so. But yeah, they both have their things. They both have their negatives and they both have their positives. But streaming is a lot of fun right now, and I'm very much enjoying it. So hopefully that answered your question without me being absolutely you know, imbecilic about it. Maybe I took too long to answer it. I don't know. Anyway, Oreo, hey, a bit busy right now, but just wanted to pop in and say what's up. Okay, well, I'm basically doing what I was in the last one. You know me. I was doing some smithing, and we're actually now almost at 90 smithing, which is pretty cool. But I hope you're doing well, and yeah, hopefully I will be very distracting to you. Yes, indeed. That is the goal. No, I'm obviously just playing around. But yeah, hopefully you're doing well. Panda says, one thing I wish Bannerlord does better is the diplomacy and interaction between lords. Oh yeah, 100%. Absolutely. I would love to see more diplomacy. I agree 100% on that. Diplomacy in general is pretty lacking. However, you can download, I mean, if you're not, I mean, obviously, as I say, see, that's the funny thing. Whenever someone says, oh yeah, you know, this game would be so much better with X feature, then I go, well, you can download this mod. But that's the thing, then I immediately forget that there is indeed a console version, and obviously the console version doesn't have access to these things, and that makes me sad, because I'd love to, you know, have everyone having access to all that stuff. But yeah, That's the reason why I was talking about Chaos's tweaks getting, implemented into the entire game, on a base level. That would be the best thing ever, but oh well, never mind. But yeah. And the traits don't really do much. Yeah, that's the thing. Some traits don't really do much. Yeah, I've talked about that at length as well, so that, yeah, that's definitely something that needs to be touched upon potentially. I mean, maybe a mod can actually change some of those, but again, as I say, like mods can only do so much. But of course, that's what's gonna be kind of keeping the game alive, so to speak, after the official support ends, I suppose, because eventually it will end at some point, I guess, just like it did with Warband. But yeah, we'll see. Chocolate memes. That sounds tasty. So, Mr. Cool Livestream, will you ever play Freeman again? Oh, okay. I think I had this. I think I had this question before, but maybe you weren't there at the time. Okay, so Freeman. Basically, about that is they posted about an update that they're working on. They were actually working on remaking basically the whole game, pretty much. And just staying more true to their original vision. Their original vision for the game was completely different from what it actually ended up being, and that kind of got away from them. They pretty much just, they said, hey, we made mistakes in the development of the game, and we got carried away with hiring more people, and we basically decided that we would go in this direction when we wanted to go a completely different way. And so that's the reason why I'm very much looking with an eagle eye on the update, and I haven't heard anything about this since they posted that, but I can assume either they're getting their heads down and they're working on the update in earnest, or they are, or they're not. In which case, then we are not looking forward to anything. But that's the thing. To answer your question, I will play Freeman if it gets this update. If it gets this update, I'm definitely happy to go back into it. I think that is, it's a really fun game. It is actually a really fun game, and I enjoyed it greatly. It's just that I got to basically the end of where the content was with the game, and there wasn't much more to do as far as I could tell. Anyway, I'm just gonna try and smelt a little bit more charcoal right there, and then just wait for some time. We did smelt some things. I'm actually hoping that maybe I'll be able to get some more parts. You know what? Maybe I should buy some. Maybe I should buy some wooden hammers or something like that. Ooh, ridged cleaver guard. Oh, I actually thought it was a ridged cleaver blade, but oh well, never mind. Anyway, chocolate memes. I hope I answered your question adequately enough. But yeah, I will definitely play it. It just needs that update, because if they rework it to their original vision, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Because I really enjoyed their early versions, and I could see that something was happening later on, just before they stopped development, that maybe things were getting a bit messy, a bit messy with the whole thing. But yeah. Definitely want to see them implement more direct ways to cause rebellions in towns. Oh yeah, Oreo. Absolutely. I think that would be a lot of fun, actually. Being able to basically, I don't know, maybe affect the way that the governor or the owner of the town rules over the entire fief, and maybe reduces their loyalty or something like that. I did mention something like installing spies and things like that in a video or something, and I think that would be pretty awesome, actually, to have spies, espionage, and things like that. That would be wonderful. But yeah, maybe a mod. I don't know. As I say, maybe a mod would work with that. Ethan says, I would love any kind of console mods. I can't afford a nice PC, and it would be great to have the option. Not to mention, more people would be interested in playing. Absolutely. That's exactly the reason why I think that having something just as a baseline for quality of life improvements, like Chaos's tweaks, be inbuilt into the game in general, would make a significant difference to pretty much everything. It would be really, really good. I'm going to do something a little bit different here. I'm just going to make the highest level, not the one-handed sword. It's just, yes, not the one-handed sword, thank you. Okay, so we're going to make this, the hooked Faucian blade, or this one. No, we're going to make the hooked falchion blade because I have a bunch of wrought iron, but not much regular iron. So I'm just going to make those because they are actually the highest level blade that I have right now. So hopefully that's going to be good. I'm going to do the two-handed once again. This looks like a really short blade. What's going on with this? The weapon reach is terrible. Oh, wow. Okay, well, whatever the case, let's do it. I'm just going to make a bunch of these because this is going to get me potential discoveries, and it's also going to enable me to smelt it as well. But yeah, it would be wonderful if they could add console mods. I mean, I think that doesn't Skyrim or Fallout 4 have like a creation club or something like that with mods? I'm not sure what's going on with that because the last thing I heard was that was paid or something. I don't know. I wouldn't know. Don't know enough about it to comment. Blackhood says, so true, Amount of Blade 2 would have been a thing if not for the community keeping the game alive with mods. Are you talking about Warband, maybe? I'm not sure. Or maybe what it was in the what it was in the early access period or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing a previous comment or something, and you're replying to well, you are actually replying to someone else. Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. Okay. The one item looked good for someone. Your auto-equip thing seemed to indicate it. Oh, yeah. I think I actually already equipped that. It was a pair of braces. It was a pair of braces. Tapendra, hey, welcome to the stream. And you highlighted me. Yes, you highlighted me. So I saw it in red. Yeah, that's a new thing for me too. Yeah, getting highlighted in red. It's like, what? Yeah. Grey Dragon, hey, and welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Grimaldus, what prompted you to start streaming? Okay, well, here's the thing. I actually worked with the developers on streaming on the launch of Bannerlord. They asked me to do it. And I said, yeah. I mean, why not? Why wouldn't I, right? But obviously, I'm very new to the whole thing, you know? I'm pretty inexperienced with the whole thing. And so I was kind of nervous, and I was like, okay, how am I going to make this the best it possibly can be? And I thought, please don't get captured, okay? That was the one thing that I said to myself. Just don't get captured by bandits. And what happens? Yeah, I get captured by bandits. Yeah, I know. But that's the thing. That's basically how it started, because I actually did stream a couple of times in the past, but they were very sparse. I didn't really do it on a regular interval at all. I basically did it once, and then another time like a couple of years after that. And I actually remember streaming Warband at some point. I did stream Warband very long ago. I think this was literally at, I think it was like, what, 7 years ago or something like that? Yeah, I think I streamed Warband for a very limited amount of time because I just had no idea what I was doing. And as a result, I basically blew everyone's ears out as far as I could tell because my game sound was way too high. And at the time, I wasn't using OBS, wasn't using Open Broadcaster software. I was using something else. And it was completely, it was a mess. Let's just say that. It was a mess. So Grimaldus, the only reason why I'm streaming more is because I actually enjoyed the launch stream. I enjoyed that a great deal. I enjoyed, interacting with you and with the viewers, and it was fantastic. It was a lot of fun, and so I'm thinking, hey, you know what? I want to do that more, and that's the reason. That's pretty much it. I just find it fun. I just find it fun. So, yeah, there you go. Only problem with your streaming for me is it's 4... Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Blackwood. It's 4 a.m. when you start. Oh, no. Yeah, it is pretty late for me as well. But generally, that's when I have time to do it. And it is quiet as well. It is quiet. That's one of the biggest things because, it's pretty loud in my recording space during the day and stuff like that. So generally, yeah, I like to do it when it's a little bit quieter, so you can just hear me and you don't hear anything in the background because cars and airplanes and all kinds of crazy stuff happens. But anyway, let me actually just take a quick look here. I have 150 in riding skill. Increase your range damage by 10% while mounted. Ugh, yeah, I'm not a big fan of that, but I think I might actually be taking it, to be honest. think I might actually be taking that. Yeah, I guess so. What difficulty settings do you play on? What am I actually playing on? Where do I find that? Campaign? Yeah, there we go. This is what I'm playing on right now. You can see here, I literally lowered this. I lowered this a long time ago, like basically after the first initial episode, so I've been playing on this the whole time. But yeah, this is generally what I like to play on, just purely for the fact that I don't want to get killed across the battlefield by one headshot, because I think personally that is annoying. I think that's annoying. I think that's frustrating and annoying. The only time where I will play with this on realistic is purely for the fact that if I want to make it really punishing. If I want to make it really punishing, then that's what I'm going to play on. But usually if I want to play for enjoyment and I want to play for, you know, fun, then that's the way to do it. But yeah, those are my difficulty settings most of the time, unless otherwise specified. Yeah, if I can speak. What is the TM in your name for? Oh no, Ethan, why are you asking me this? Oh no, this is a very, very cringy story. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah. So basically, okay. Here's the reason. My name, right? So basically, reformist, right? This is a name I used to use in. This was a long time ago. Very, very long time ago. Basically, original Xbox. Okay, original Xbox. This is a game I used to play. Unreal Championship. Leandri Conflict. I think I remember that's what it was called. I don't know, but I used to play that online, and that was my name in that. Yeah, so Reformist was my name in that, and I basically loved that game. I played that game so much growing up. I really loved it. It was just amazing. That was one of my favorite games on that console. And I thought, okay, so when I made my channel, I was trying to think of names, right? I was trying to think of names, so I was like, okay, what do I want to do here, you know? Because it's you know, it's not an easy thing to choose a name, because you just kind of think, well, what's a good name? What's a catchy name, or a name that's going to be memorable or whatever? And then I was like, okay, I'll just use the one that I used to use for you know, Unreal Championship. And then I put that in, and apparently I couldn't get it. I don't know why I couldn't get it at the time. Bear in mind, I made my channel in 2012, so this is a long time ago. And then I thought, okay, I can't get this. So I tried adding a bunch of other stuff to it, right? And it just didn't look right. So then I was like, okay, wait a minute, let me just add this. I put TM on the end, and that was it. And then I got it, and by that point, I had just gotten irritated by the fact that none of the other names were available. So I was like, okay, we're just gonna go with this, and that was it. And that's what I've you know, had for the entirety of the time. It doesn't stand for anything particularly. You know, nothing important at the very least. You know, so it was just something. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Diplomacy mod is pretty fun for Bannerlord. Yeah, Tristan, yeah, Diplomacy mod is amazing. Yeah, it actually is something that I've used in previous series. It's a lot of fun to use it. Now you're highlighting me too, Blackwood, huh? Yeah. So do you feel you've gotten better with the bow? Remember you talking often about your love for throwing weapons because you just didn't get the hang of bows. Okay, well, that's the thing. In Bannerlord, in Warband, I used to use bows almost all the time. That was basically my go-to. It was my go-to every single time because I was just so terrible with thrown weapons. And I'd seen at the time, you know, there were other content creators doing Warband content, and I was looking at them and I was thinking, wait a minute, how do they use these thrown weapons so well? I was just perplexed. You know, I was thinking, what? How are they so good with these thrown weapons? They must be amazing, right? They must be really good players or whatever, right? And I just never got the hang of it. I don't know. Thrown weapons for me are a bane in Warband. I don't know why. So then when I went to Bannerlord, and I had obviously played a huge amount in Warband, you know, I kind of knew what was going on, and I kind of knew how to play, sort of. You wouldn't know it watching the first series of Bannerlord, that's for sure. You wouldn't know it, but yeah, you kind of get the gist of things, right? So yeah, then I was like, okay, I'm gonna play an archer. So I played an archer in with my first character after frivolously deciding to use thrown weapons, because I used thrown weapons in the first series, I believe, and that was a bit of a mistake on my part. Probably shouldn't have done that, all things considered. But yeah, anyway, point is, I have gotten a lot better with thrown weapons, and I absolutely love using them because they have this this perk right here. And let me just show you real fast. This one, Impale. When you get to 250 skill level, it's going to take you a long time to get to this, but javelins you throw, penetrating shields like ballista bolts. I mean, it sounds amazing, and you would be right, because it is. It is amazing, and it is so incredibly fun to watch. If you want to see it in action, the Berserker series has me using that perk, as far as I remember, and it's a lot of fun. But to be fair, I actually really like using bows as well. I'm just not a big fan of crossbows in either game, actually. I don't know why. I think it's maybe the speed of them. The speed of them kind of puts me off a little bit. But apart from that, yeah, I'm a little bit better at both of those range things now, but maybe not so. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully that answers your question at the very least. Acularius. Yeah, you say, Hazar, I finally can catch a live stream. Yeah, welcome, and it's good to see you here. I want more internal situations like factions and stuff, so at some point it can escalate into civil war. I actually think that would be really cool, and I believe diplomacy, the diplomacy mod actually does do something like that. Oh, a Royal Destrier is available here. Okay, yeah, so so the diplomacy mod actually does do something like that, where there are people or clans, shall we say more specifically, that have the ability to secede away from the original faction. So technically they can create their own, but it is very unlikely for that to happen. So I've seen that happen, I think maybe one time, but it didn't really do much as far as I'm aware. I don't know. But it would be wonderful, actually, if more of that kind of stuff would happen. Jay says, the more we keep talking about console mods, the more likely Tailworlds will hear our pleas. Shout it from the rooftops. Yeah, indeed. I think that's a great idea. That would be great. Rolly says, not gonna lie, I kind of miss the old intro. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. That's the thing. Usually, I would definitely, I would bring it back, you know? I would definitely bring it back, but nowadays, intros, I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know, that's the thing. I'm slow enough as it is, right? I'm slow enough as it is. I tend to take my time over things. I tend to be a bit slow in regards to, you know, deciding what I'm going to do. And having an intro of, you know, 5 seconds or 10 seconds might be a little bit too much. And then as a result, it's just going to take people even longer to get into the video, you know what I mean? So that's the only reason why I didn't really want to continue using it, even though I actually really like that kind of thing. I love, you know, choosing music and, you know, putting something there. And which intro are you even are you talking about, by the way? Are you talking about that? Are you talking about the illustration that I had, or are you talking about the white background one, the one that I have on my banner at the moment? I'm not sure which one, but I'm way scrolled up on the chat right now, so I'm very, very far back. So I won't be able to see your reply right now, but I will get it when we get there, or at least when I've scrolled down a bit. Yeah, there we go. Take that, Vlandian Knight. Ah, yes, that is what you get. Thank you very much. And now my mouse is falling off my table. Wonderful. That's great. How does that happen, you ask? Ah, yeah, I couldn't tell you. Anyway, Earth Creature says, what is the most advanced mod you've ran into with the release? I've got to say, I actually don't have any advanced mods installed right now, hilariously enough. Well, should we say advanced mods, you know, quote-unquote advanced mods, because it very much depends on what you think is advanced, but for me specifically, I'm currently using Super Speed and Best Auto Equip, and I did get Zero, who is a viewer of mine, they recommended a mod by the name of Achievement Unblocker, which allows you to get achievements in the sandbox mode, as well as when you have other mods installed, because apparently apparently that's disabled otherwise, which is kind of sad. But yeah, that's really nice. But advanced mods, if you're talking about total conversions, then I'm gonna probably, I mean, if you're talking about Bannerlord, then the Old Realms and Realm of Thrones is looking real good right now. You can play them right away, so you don't have to wait for them to be released or anything like that. So those two mods are looking great, and there are a bunch that are in development, but obviously you can't play them yet. So hopefully that answers your question. I wonder if there's a mod that is a server for old games like Battlefield 1942, says Jay. I got to say, I don't know. I wouldn't know about that, unfortunately. The last old game that I played, what was it? Star Wars Battlefront 2, I think, the 2006 version, or whenever it came out, that is. Yeah, I think that's the last time that I played a game like that, and absolutely love the, I don't know what it is, but Galactic Conquest in that game still makes me want to play it. It makes me want to play it and just continue playing it, because it's such an addictive style of gameplay, because you're taking your faction, whichever faction it might be, and you're trying to earn resources to be able to buy upgrades for the next battle, and then you can actually hire a Sith or a Jedi, dependent on what faction you're choosing, of course. Well, not hire them, but you can kind of activate them, you know what I mean? And then you can control them yourself, and it's so fun. It's just so fun. I just get completely carried away in the Galactic Conquest mode. I just really wish that there were more games like that, you know? More games like that actually do have like a conquest mode where it's kind of similar in that respect. I mean, I guess, you know what? I guess Bannerlord is kind of like that, but it's a bit, I don't know, a bit less arcadey, I suppose. A bit less arcadey and a bit more RPG-ish. So I suppose that's what you're going to get from that. But yeah, anyway, I'm going off on a huge tangent right there. But yeah, anyway. Coolio says, well, you really don't sleep. Yeah, I mean, I did joke last time and say I don't, but yeah, I do sometimes. Anyway, I hope you're well as well, Coolio. What's your schedule for streaming? I love watching you live, says Casey. Oh, actually, I do not have one, unfortunately. I do not have one. I can't guarantee when I will stream, so that's the reason why I don't have a schedule right now, but maybe in the future. Maybe in the future I might have one. But as it stands right now, I'm trying, if I can, and this is obviously very much up in the air. Don't know whether I can consistently do it, but I'm trying to stream every couple of days. That's pretty much it. I can't really guarantee anything about that though, but I'm trying to do that, if at all possible. So hopefully that helps. I don't think it does, but hopefully it helps you. We will never get mods to console. Skyrim was very lucky, and probably the last mods we'll have on console. Oh, that would be really sad, actually. That would be really sad if that doesn't happen. Warlord shoulder pads look awesome. Best looking armor in the game, says Luna. Am I wearing those? Am I wearing those? If I'm wearing those, then I agree with you. If I'm not wearing those, then who's wearing them? Because I'm gonna get them, or I'm gonna go and try and find them in a marketplace. Because, yeah, I would like to do that. Victor, yes, I am indeed a throwing an arrow magnet. Absolutely. Yeah, that's the reason why I play on that slightly lower difficulty right there. Because I just don't want to get murdered instantly. Nerds? I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name, but I could say Tobias. Like I guess I could say that. But yeah, whatever the case. Good question. Watched you for years. Thanks. Did you actually ask a question and I didn't answer you, or I'm not entirely sure. Or maybe you were saying a good question from someone else. Yeah, maybe. If you have a question, by all means, let me know. I'm going to do my best to answer. Let me see here. Unreal Tournament. Yeah, exactly. Love you and the Warhammer series. So what, Warsword? Are you talking about Warsword? Yeah, I gotta say, I really love the Goblin and the Skaven series in that. I thought they were so fun. It's really, really good. Luna says, why do you not have a cam for your face? Do you not have a face? No, I do not. I have a digital display. It displays my emotions through a series of colors. But yeah, the problem with that is that obviously you're going to need some kind of digital input-output for that to work. So unfortunately, I don't have one of those at the moment. Or I just don't have one, actually. Yeah, that might be the case. Yeah. Can you remember the Spartan mod for Warband? Yeah, I actually do remember that. I think it wasn't just Spartans, but the whole of Greece. I can never remember it, but you made it look amazing. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I actually do think that it was taken down, Morakan. Yeah, you are correct. You are correct about that. Probably been mentioned already, but the Old Realms mod for Bannerlord was updated today. Oh my! Team Games, thank you so much for letting me know about that. Look at that. Ah, we were just talking about that earlier, weren't we? Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier. And yeah, I wonder what kinds of... oh no, Jay actually says what they added. Okay, they added 2 more factions. Wow, they've been hard at work, haven't they? Wow, it's only been... how many months since I played it? 2 months? 2 months? Or 3 months? I'm actually not entirely sure how long it's been since I played it. But yeah, it's probably been 3 months actually, because Land of Seeker series took 57 episodes. If I did one of those every single day, then that's obviously been about 2 months. And then I assume that maybe I'd played something before that, possibly. Maybe it's been two to 3 months. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, they've been hard at work. Absolutely hard at work doing that. So yeah, 2 more factions. That's pretty crazy. And I'm now wondering, what are they, by the way? What are they? Do you know? Besides mods, any rumors or ideas of new factions, map areas, in expansions? Says Quantum Event. Besides mods, any rumors of ideas of new factions, map areas, and expansions? Okay, well, that's the thing. They did say that they're not thinking about DLC at the moment. Are you talking about... You're talking about Bannerlord, right? You're talking about Bannerlord, and you're talking about, you know, the developers of Bannerlord, right? If you're talking about them, then... yeah, then they didn't mention anything about DLC, but I can hope that maybe what they'll do is they'll do a similar thing to how they did with Viking Conquest, where maybe they'll make a DLC that has slightly larger, slightly more features, and maybe they'll bring those features over into the base game as well, so that if people want to continue playing in Calradia, then obviously they can do that too. I think that would be absolutely amazing. So maybe something like Viking Conquest, but just with additional stuff added to everything, you know? So just a completely different setting would be wonderful. I don't think a new faction would be... I don't think it would be balanced at this point, potentially. I don't know. Although, to be fair, which faction is balanced? I don't know. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question, Quantum. Yeah, okay. Why does the old... just a side question. Why does the old realm load so long? Okay, you might need to do the... build this... Yeah, exactly as Morakan said just down below there. You need to build the shader cache. You need to build the shader cache, and it takes a bit of time for that to happen, and then you never have to do it again. You don't have to do it again after the initial time. But for me, because I'm kind of superstitious in that regard, I actually built the shader cache every single time I loaded it up, and it only took a very short amount of time because I'd already loaded it. So I just generally do that because I don't want it to crash. And I'm, as I say, I'm kind of paranoid, superstitious about that kind of stuff when it comes to mods and technical things. So I just try to make sure that everything's working as, you know, as well as it can be. Solomon, nice to see you. Hello. Yeah, so that might be the reason, Tobias. You might need to build the shader cache first, and then you'll be able to load in relatively short, potentially. Is there a Reformist Discord? There is a Discord, but it is very inactive at the moment. I am going to be doing something with that, and I'm going to be revamping the whole thing, because at the moment it's very bare bones. I made it a long time ago when I didn't really have any idea about Discord, and I have a bit more experience with it now, so yeah, hopefully I can actually make it into more of a place where we can hang out and we can you know, chat and stuff like that when I'm not actually streaming. But that there's no guarantee on this. I'm just saying what my intention is, and whether that actually happens, I'm not entirely sure whether it will. So I'm just saying that there is one. Okay, that's it. The illustration intro was more fun, but I think the white background one worked better in a minimalistic way. Absolutely, Oreo. Yeah. I mean, that's the point. the comments, all right? The comments. I remember various comments from long ago about the illustration intro image that were very funny. There was a lot of them that were literally like, "Who's that creepy guy outside Reformist's room?" And so on and so forth. Because I mean, that's the point. That was supposed to be Barney, right? That was supposed to be Barney, if you didn't know. You know, that is illustration from a long time ago. That was supposed to be Barney, because he had a tattoo of Mount and Blade on his neck, if you noticed that. And he's basically like, you know, just kind of... I don't think there was any kind of intention behind what he was doing there, but, you know, that was basically who the character was. And, yeah, it was just kind of cool to have a character that was actually one of the staples of my series at the time actually being included in the intro. You know what I mean? Because that was obviously when I was still playing native, I think, and very much enjoying it and everything. So anyway, let me see here. I'm just going to actually build more of these. Seems like that's going to be the best thing that I can do, unfortunately, but we are unlocking more blades as time goes on. And there we have it. Okay, I'm actually going to be migrating away from Vlandian territory. I'd like to go to Azerai territory, in my opinion, so we'll see if I can maybe pick up some additional tasks there. Easy way to test if the achievement unblocker is working would be to buy 100 butter. There's an achievement called... Oh my god. 0, that is hilarious. Okay, that is great. Okay, wait a minute. Is there butter here? No, there isn't. Oh, where do I get butter from? I assume cows, right? Cows? Do I need to go nearby to a cow village or something like that? Oh, I have no idea, but I need to sell this horse, I think. Whoa, it sells for 17,000. That's crazy. All right, yeah, so we're just going to sell that right quick. There we go. There's another 17,000 for us right there. And then we're just going to move on to the next town. I mean, where's the best place to find butter? It's probably going to be in Vlandian territory, right? You know, the ancestors of the Bannerlord himself, right? Right? Surely it should be. We got 30 butter here, but that's not really enough. All right, I bought it. Let me see if I can find some more. I'm looking forward to exploring the mods, but willing to wait until they're fleshed out more. Total reversions or augmented mods. I was trying to explore the magic caster mods, but they never worked, says Earth Creature. Yeah, I agree. I understand that. I respect your decision on that regard, because let's face it, sometimes it is a good idea to wait until total conversions are fully fleshed out. However, I think that generally, if you want like quality of life improvements and things like that, so most of them are pretty much done. I mean, obviously, Chaos's Tweaks still has a couple of things that need to be fixed, because I think some of them still cause the game to crash. But the creator is working hard on that, as far as I'm aware. And there's a huge amount to change, obviously. I mean, you know, it's a massive mod. But yeah, Earth Creature, if you need any recommendations for mods, then I would recommend looking at maybe my Land of Seeker series. I don't know. Maybe the Land of Seeker series. In the description there's a huge mod list. Well, not a huge mod list, but a pretty extensive one of good mods that I think are kind of fun. Oh, actually, no. Land of Seeker series doesn't have any mods, actually. It has very few mods that I used, because the Land of Seeker series actually does come with some already installed, because you know, they put custom troop trees and stuff like that in there. Okay, so what is the last one that I played that actually has a bunch of mods in it? I've been playing Total Conversions quite a bit recently, so now I can't remember. But whichever series is the most recent that was based in Calradia that wasn't a Total Conversion, that's going to be the thing. That's going to be the thing where you can find most of the mods that I think are cool to use. But there's a bunch of people out there that have really, really good mod load orders as well. And I think I have 100 butter, but it doesn't seem to be working. I have 110 butter, and it doesn't seem to have given me the achievement. So, oh no, actually, wait a minute. I did get an achievement. I just looked at my Steam. Alright, I did get an achievement, but it's not the butter one. I got the clearing the hideout one, because obviously we cleared the hideout. So it is actually working, so that's nice. Thank you very much for that, Zero. Really appreciate that. So yeah, that's nice at least. And I think I should probably recruit some more people before we go down to Azerai territory. I'm just going to recruit some more of these noble units. We have 98 spaces. Might as well make good use of them, right? Let me have a look-see here. There were servers a year or two ago for Battlefront 2 Classic. I don't know what happened, says Jay. Yeah, aren't they still open? I hope they're still open. I mean, I heard about them and them actually being pretty
Peace to you, stranger.
you know, pretty popular, because it is a fantastic game, but I don't know. Maybe not anymore. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, let me see here.
We've got no quarrel with you.
We've got no quarrel with you, he said. Did you hear that? Maybe you didn't hear that. That's kind of... it doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? As in, you know, less talking, more raiding. I feel like it needs more of that. I'm sure there's a mod for it or something. Let me see. What else do I have to answer here? Yeah, well, I try, Casey. I don't know. I try as long as it's a little bit helpful. You know, even if it's just 1% helpful, then that's all that's what it needs to be, right? But yeah, no problem at all. Anytime. Skaven is such a nice race to play as. Absolutely. I super loved using the Warplock pistol. The Warplock pistol was super fun, and seeing those what were they called again? Plague. The guys that would throw the Globadiers. That's it. The poisoned Globadiers, or whatever they were called. They would throw poisoned spheres that would explode on the enemy and would do damage. And it was actually it was quite the sight to see. It was quite the sight to see. So that was a lot of fun. Peanut Brother says, 100% with you on Galactic Conquest. I really wish we had something similar for Mount and Blade. A simplified metagame that gives battles higher stakes as opposed to near endless back and forth. Yeah, I think that would be fun. I think that would be a lot of fun, because obviously there is a... I think... Isn't there... There is a campaign in Battlefront 2, right? There is a campaign in that. I think so. It's been a long time since I've played any other mode except Galactic Conquest, but I think there is a campaign in it. So that's the point. I don't know. I feel like the whole draw of it is just having that unique resource, just some random resource that you can. I mean, it's obviously galactic, galactic credits in Battlefront, but being able to have the ability to just go wherever you want and fight on these iconic planets is just so much fun. You know, you're going to be going to these planets, and I'm not sure if the AI actually was that good at utilizing hero units. I don't think they were that good at using Jedi and Sith and so on and so forth. So, you know, that kind of thing was a little bit lackluster, but it was really cool to see those kinds of things with the what is it now, the soundtrack as well, because obviously, you know, it had officially licensed music and everything like that. It was made by LucasArts themselves, Lucasfilm Games or whatever. I don't know, can't remember now, but yeah, it was made by those people, and it was just super fun. And yeah, I'm glad that you agree. That's all I can say, really. Also, cheers. Hope you had a good week. I hope you have as well, and I hope you're looking forward to the weekend. What is your favorite base game faction? Be it story, troops, or playstyle? Ooh, that's difficult, Black Hood. That is difficult. Who would I say? Who would I say? If I am talking about... Okay, here's the thing. If I'm talking about warband, then I like the Swadians the most. But if I'm talking about Bannerlord, I like... let me actually have a look here. I think the Empire... I'm talking about troops here, by the way. Talking about troops. I think the Empire or the Aserai. I think I like them the most. Maybe the Britannians following that, and then maybe Khuzait and Vlandia. I'm not a big fan of the Sturgians that much, although they do have a very cool style. Yeah, so it's. I think it's probably going to be something like Empire, and then Empire and Aserai are kind of like tied, sort of thing. I kind of like them the most for their aesthetic. I think they have really nice diversity, uniqueness to them. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But I like that. So hopefully that answers you. Punchy says, I'd love Viking Conquest on console, but for Bannerlord. Yeah, maybe they're actually going to do that. I mean, who knows? They might actually go ahead and do that. They added 2 new Empire states, says Team Games. Okay, you can tell that I'm way behind because I literally... I literally just read that now, and we were talking about the Old Realms a while ago, right? My apologies. Well, never mind. But yeah, thank you very much for letting me know. Let me see here. Oh, Simon, I'm sorry to hear that. I am really sorry to hear that. Your character died to a javelin to the face. Oh, I'm sorry to laugh. Okay, I'm sorry to laugh because that that is something that would happen to me. All right, that would happen to me. I'm actually kind of surprised that you died, like just purely died instead of just being knocked unconscious. But yeah, you. I mean, he was, to be fair, your character was a legend, okay? Your character was a legend, and that's all you really need to take away from that. You know, you don't need to feel bad about it, but I can understand that you feel mad. And I am sorry. I am sorry for it. I laughed because it would happen to me, and I know the pain, all right? I know the pain. That's the reason. Anyway, you can make another one, right? You can make another one. Or you can, you know, load up an autosave or something like that if you want to. I mean, obviously, you can play however you like. That's the beauty of the game. Where is the Old Realms available? I don't see it on Nexus mods. Is there a better venue for me to surf through? As far as I'm aware, they have it on their... Oh, it's on the Steam Workshop. Okay, never mind. Okay. I thought they would have it on their Discord, so that was the reason. I was just going to say they have it on their Discord, potentially, but no, if it's on Steam Workshop, then there you are. Let me see here. Yeah, Twisted Scenario. Indeed. The good old javelin to the face. Yeah, can you imagine? What were you fighting anyway? Were you fighting, like, Saranids, I was going to say. Simon, were you fighting the Aserai, or were you fighting the Sturgians or something like that? I don't know, but yeah, javelin to the face has got to hurt. Fausti, there you go. I'm here. Hello there. First time I've ever seen you live, you say. And indeed, yeah, I haven't been streaming that long, but hopefully we'll be able to do it for a little bit longer, and maybe it will become more of a regular thing. Let me see what I can do here, though. Oh, okay. Sir, I am going to teabag you now because you decided to just completely die in one hit, like I usually do. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they do that to me, even though I don't see where my corpse is after the camera, you know, goes into free camera mode. Anyway, let me see here. Ah, there's a Sturgian town with cows as the resource. The name has milk in it. Just thought everyone should know that. Oh, okay. That's actually really funny, Twisted Scenario. That is very, very on point. Oh, don't lie, Reformers. Do you have a Mountain Blade neck tat in real life? I gotta say, I do not have a neck tattoo. No, I do not. Has Calradia tattooed across his chest? If I did, I might, if I did, I would be the CEO. I would be the CEO of Tail Worlds. I would need to be the CEO to have that, I think. That would probably be probably be the best thing to go for, right? Been following. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sure how to say your name. Katine, if you're using Leet Speak, or if I'm not using Leet Speak, then C14. C14. I don't know. Oh, C14. Oh, maybe that's what it is. Been following since good old Warband times. Can't believe it's been 10 years. Keep it up, RTM. Oh, that is really, really nice of you. Thank you very much, and I greatly appreciate you being with me for so many years. That is incredible. It's always incredible hearing from people that have been following for that long. It really is. Just I have no idea how much gratitude I can display. Really, it's just amazing. I wouldn't be here without you. That's basically how it would be, you know. Anyway, let me see if I can. Wow. Okay. We might have some issues. Oh, hello. Can I fight you? Oh yeah, here we go. Oh no, this is bad. This is some bad news. This is some bad news right here. Okay, can those archers actually do something against each other? Because I'm kind of a bit worried right now. Oh no. Are you serious? Okay, this is bad. This is some bad news right here. Okay. Ooh, she's dead. Okay, now I just have to deal with this guy. He's a Batinian hero. Might be a bit problematic. Okay, never mind. Wow, we actually did it. Whew. Okay, that was a bit intense. That was a bit intense. All right. Of course, glad to hear it's working. It took about a minute or so for it to give me the achievement for the butter. Ah, okay. I guess that's how they check for it. Okay. Let me see here. You can also use RTS camera. Ah, okay. I find it to be a must, at least in the late game, says Modern Raider. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That's a funny thing. I could never actually make RTS camera work. For some reason, it would always either make it crash, or it would just never load properly for me. I don't know. I probably installed it incorrectly or something like that. But yeah, that's a little bit annoying, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe it's just my own ineptitude actually showing through there. But I'll try it out. I'll try it out again. Playing co-op Galactic Conquest against my friends in high school was so much fun. Oh, yeah. I gotta say, that is literally one of the most fun things you can do. Apart from playing something like GoldenEye or Perfect Dark or something like that. I mean, maybe that's before your time or something, but that's a game, or games that used to be on the N64, Nintendo 64, if you don't know. And I used to be a huge fan of Perfect Dark and the multiplayer mode in that. Absolutely amazing. I didn't really play GoldenEye too much, but Perfect Dark was really, really cool. I just absolutely love the simulants in that. The simulants were basically bots, but they would have unique attributes associated with them. And some of them were creepy, really, really creepy, and they would be, some of them could like float through the air and stuff like that, and it was just really, really fun to see that. Just kind of like, it was kind of rare, you know, it was kind of like rare because you wouldn't see this one usually do those kinds of things, but sometimes they would do like supernatural stuff, and the simulants were all different in various ways. They would all act differently, very, very differently, and it's kind of one of the few games that actually had bots do things so dramatically different from each other, and they would do those things very, very well. But anyway, I'm getting way off topic right here, but yeah. What happened to the big multiplayer mod for Bannerlord? Is that still going? Yeah, Bannerlord Online is still going, as far as I'm aware. I don't know what's going on with the development of it, but I heard that very recently there were still updates for it. I don't know. I couldn't tell you any details on it, but I know that it's still around. Mikhail, hey, love the content, man. Keep it up. And yeah, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you here. Coolio says, don't apologize. We all love the chill vibes. Plus, it actually means you read chat, unlike 90% of content creators. Well, I am hoping, you know, I am hoping that I'm doing a relatively decent job here. And I just give me 1 second. All right. Sorry about that. I am back. All right. Yeah. So where was I? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I read chat. Okay. Yeah. That's actually something that I try to do quite a lot, just generally, because in a video I'm not really able to do that. So I think it's I actually think it's a lot of fun and very enjoyable to interact with you and anyone else that has a question or a comment or anything like that. I think it's one of the main reasons why I think streaming is actually really satisfying. Okay, so we actually won that, amazingly enough, and we got another war mount as well. And I'm very surprised, actually, that we were able to do that. Okay, so there we go. I will use this pain to further extinguish the bandit population. I hope you do. I hope you do, absolutely. Queen Shazza says, my character was executed. Oh no, but game bugged. It was 160 or something like that. I'm sorry. I don't know what you mean by 160, but I'm sorry to hear that your character was executed. That is really harsh. But we did get a war mount, which allows me to sell this for, wow. That's actually pretty incredible. I think I will probably be using this instead of the Royal Destrier. I think. Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's the thing. The only reason why I'd use the Royal Destrier right now is because of the charge damage, but it only has 12 more charge damage, whereas the speed bonus, I'm thinking, from the Hot Blood mount is just looking so incredibly good, so I'm thinking I'm probably just going to do that. And we can now sell this if we want to, so that's 17,000. I think that seems pretty good, and we can now go into the smithy and we can do a little bit of extra stuff here. So I'm just going to go and smelt some stuff. Get to 100. We didn't get to 100. We're almost there. Look at that. We have 99. All right. Well, let me actually just have a look. See here. I'm almost caught up with chat. Okay. I'm almost caught up with chat. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to continue doing that. And Simon says I was fighting an army of 80 Sea Raiders at the time, and we all know how the luck of Harlaus comes when they're equipped with javelins. Oh no. Oh wow. Yeah, I can imagine. They are literally just gonna. They're just going to chuck all those things at the same time, and it's just going to be boom, you know. Ugh, that really sucks. I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that you succumbed to the insane javelin menace, which is usually what happens to me. Anyway, Acularius. Oh man, now I feel young. GoldenEye reference. Yeah, indeed. I mean, to be fair, I mostly played Perfect Dark. I didn't actually own GoldenEye. I knew some people at the time that did, but I owned Perfect Dark, and I don't know. It's just one of those games that I really wish I could play now, but I don't actually have any way to do that. So it's sad. But yeah, anyway, let's smelt all this stuff. Hopefully I'll get to 100. Yes, we finally got to 100. Okay, that is nice. Then I'll be able to take a look at the perk there, and hopefully that is going to work out nicely. Let's see, what are we going to get? Experienced Smith. So you have a 10% chance to create a fine weapon if difficulty requirements are met, and successful crafting orders of notables increase your relation by +2 with them. That actually might be a really good thing to go for, considering Steelmaker. Is Steelmaker actually good now? Because we can make 2 units of fine steel into 1 unit of Thamaskene steel? Probably not, right? It's still probably not that good. So Experienced Smith is probably what I'm going to take. Let me know. I'm just going to read some more here. Fantendo says, GoldenEye and Perfect Dark was the game. Would play that with my cousins every chance I get. Yeah. As I say, I didn't really have anyone to play with for me at the time, so I was literally just playing Perfect Dark against the AI, and that was just so I don't know. The funny thing is, I didn't actually own a game pack. You remember these things that you used to put into the back of the controller? It was kind of like a memory card that the PlayStation had. It was kind of like that. But I never had one of those, and I couldn't find one for purchase or something along those lines. I don't know, I can't remember now, but whatever the case, I didn't have one of those, and it wouldn't allow me to play the story mode in Perfect Dark. So the only thing that I could do was play the skirmish, which was literally just against the bots, like I said. But thankfully, because the skirmish mode and the battle mode that it had was so incredibly cool, or at least I think it was really, really fun. Loads of different maps, loads of different weapons, and as I said before, so many different AI types. It just made all the difference in the world. It was... I spent hours and hours on that thing. It was just crazy cool. But yeah. Yeah, I think I used to play Golden Axe back in the day. Okay, I gotta say, that is before my time. I don't remember Golden Axe. I do remember it, but I never played it. So that's yeah, that's unfortunate because as far as I'm aware, it is a classic. Blackhood says, "What was the max level you ever hit in a series?" I'm thinking... Okay, wait a minute. Are you talking about Warband or are you talking about Bannerlord? I'm probably going to take Experience Smith here. Am I? Ooh. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Coolio. I didn't mean anything by it, all right? I didn't mean anything by it. I'm just I just never played Golden Axe. That's the thing. I just never played it. But yeah. I like making my own thermoscene steel rather than hoping to smelt, says T. Dunbar. Alright. Oh, you're playing. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, okay, so you like making your own. Okay, so I'm gonna... yeah, that's the thing. I think personally, for me, 10% chance to create a fine weapon. I never thought this was that amazing, so I'm generally just going to go for Steelmaker, so I will just go for Steelmaker right now. I can always respec if I need to anyway, but it's really nice that we're now at 100. So hopefully we can actually participate in a couple of orders now. We can do some orders, and maybe we'll actually get some decent relation with people. As I said, I think it would probably be a good idea for me to head down to Azurai territory, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I have a pretty significant amount of people in my army now as well, so that's kind of nice. And let's have a look. Ah, you're talking about 1.6. Oh, okay, okay. I understand, Queen Sheza. All right, okay. I get it, I get it. Oh, okay. Oh, your character was executed in that game build? Oh, I'm so sorry. That is really harsh. That is really, really harsh. I'm going to get my... I'm going to get my Zimmer frame. No, I don't think you need one of those. Not yet. Not yet, that's for sure. All right, oh, wait a minute, Acularius. Are you talking about one of my favorite games ever? I think you are. I think you are. Yes, you're talking about Time Splitters. Yeah, I loved Time Splitters as well. I played that an immense amount too. Future Perfect. Yeah, give me that. Give me that any day of the week. Time Splitters Future Perfect was amazing. Really, really loved that. I don't know whether you played that or whether you just played Time Splitters 1 or Time Splitters 2. But Time Splitters Future Perfect was my favorite out of that game series. But yep, time to split. Indeed, indeed. I loved the time hopping and the time travel. So that was, I don't know. That was just one of those games that I just so much enjoyed from the story itself, and don't even get me started on the whole skirmish mode as well. Then they declare war, okay? Then they declare war against the Azurai. Are you serious? Ah, Monchug is a bit of an imbecile, isn't he? Yes, he's a bit of an imbecile. Okay, so I won't be able to do anything here, unfortunately. I might be able to raid a village. I mean, I technically could raid a village. That might increase my roguery skill a little bit. So maybe we want to do that before any of the vassals turn up. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Fish in the Bowl Robot was my preferred character. Yeah, I played all three as well, and I gotta say, that game series is just so incredible. Have you, Acularius, have you seen about Time Splitters Rewind? Do you know about Time Splitters Rewind? If you don't, then I'm going to tell you about it. But if you do, then you already know. You already know what's going on. Fantendo says, I'm 26, but I grew up playing the NES and Sega Genesis. We had every Nintendo console after that too. Played a lot of games before my time. You know, that's actually one of the best ways to experience those eras of game console as well. Just literally having them in physical form. Because obviously, you can emulate that kind of stuff if you want to, but in my opinion, it's just not the same. You know, it's just not the same. You get the overall feel for it when you're using the real controller. You know, the real controller, and it's just, yeah, it's wonderful. So that sounds amazing, Fantendo. That sounds like a lot of fun. I missed Simon's comment actually. Sorry about that. Maybe that death was revenge from a lord for my last tournament. During said tourney, it was I and Sylvand as lancers. So safe to say, no horses, only spear and shield. I unequipped the weapons, use hands and kicks. Oh my! Can you actually do that? Really? Wow. Okay, that makes you a beast. That makes you a beast. That you're able to, you know, have some fisticuffs in a tournament and actually win. That's pretty crazy. Okay, Acularius. So Time Splitters Rewind. It's a fan-made effort to remake the Time Splitters games in an up-to-date engine. Because obviously Free Radical, which were the developers, or who were the developers of Time Splitters, they were absorbed by Crytek, if you recall, if you know that. They were absorbed and they were renamed into Crytek UK. And they obviously put Time Splitters on the back burner, so everything's on the back burner in that regard. And so that's what happened. And now there is a team of people working on Time Splitters Rewind. They have a Twitter account. And if you go there, you can see some of the work that they're doing. I think they probably have more updates on that than I can tell you. But yeah, if you're interested in Time Splitters, if anyone is interested in Time Splitters, then Time Splitters Rewind. You can Google it or you can find it on Twitter. And then you will be blown away by how cool it looks, because you know they're huge fans of the games as well, and that's great. Black Hood. I forgot to answer you. I'm so sorry, Black Hood. Yeah. So the level that I reached. Okay. So I think the highest level that I reached was probably 48. I think maybe 48, maybe 49. But I wouldn't be able to give you an accurate. Wouldn't be able to give you an accurate guess because there have been so many. There have been so many, but I would recommend, actually, you know what? An easy way to check is going to the last episode of the longest series. So if you go to, if you're wondering about Warband, you might want to check the Prophecy of Pendor series, the one that has 202 episodes. Go into one of those, you know, final episodes and see if I open up the character list or the character sheet, and then you might be able to see, because I have a sneaking suspicion that I might be higher level than 48, 49 in that series. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, we're going to raid this village. I'm going to be a little bit careful about this. I'm actually going to save. I'm not going to reload if we fail, but I'm just saving just in case, and we'll see what happens. Let me just see. Roy, hey, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. I've done it before. You've done it before that time with Sylvan. I gotta say, I think I probably got to try that out, Simon. I probably got to try some fisticuffs in the tournament. Tristan says, did you ever play the Wheel of Time mod for Warband? It wasn't very balanced, but explores one of my favorite settings. I gotta say, I have not played that. That's actually a rare thing for me to say. That's a rare thing for me to say that I haven't played a mod for Warband, and it's definitely something that I'm now it's piquing my interest. So I'm probably going to have to check that out. Actually, I will have to check that out. It wasn't very balanced though. Okay, well, I don't really mind that too much. Global Waffles, I missed your initial comment. Why are you streaming at 4:45 in the morning, sir? Please enjoy your weekend. Well, that's the thing. You know what? I really enjoy streaming. I really enjoy streaming and actually interacting with everyone. I think that's I think it's a lot of fun. And we got to bear in mind there's obviously different different time zones and stuff like that. So some people actually said that it was 7 p.m. for them when I started. 7 p.m., which is probably West Coast, right? West Coast of the US or something. I assume that people that were 10 p.m. were on the East Coast, so something like New York, somewhere around there. But yeah, it was yeah, it's just really cool to actually talk with people. I really love that. Oh, I started at 6 on the West. Oh wow, okay. Oh, that's a massive time difference. You know, sometimes I don't know. Sometimes it's just easy to forget how large the U.S. actually is in actual, you know, geographical scope. It's pretty immense. Okay, Bruce. Hey, Bruce. You say I finally caught one of your streams. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, I'm having a fine day so far, and yeah, I'm very glad to see you here, Bruce, and I'm glad that you actually caught me here. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be ending the stream after this raid, potentially. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, these guys are actually coming out. All right, they're actually coming out. That's fine. We're gonna murder them. We're gonna murder them in cold blood. The villagers have done something very terrible, living their lives absolutely peacefully. Yes, indeed. Just before midnight here, so all is well. Ah, that's good to know. That's good to know. Bilgoon, if that's how I say your name, hello and welcome to the stream. Casey says, how long do you stream for? Usually, I try to stream for at least 2 hours. Last time I streamed for almost 3. So it very much depends. Sometimes I just have more time, and sometimes I have less. And I just try to do whatever I can, and yeah, it just very much depends. Obviously, sometimes I have technical issues as well, because in the previous stream I actually had some technical problems at the beginning, and I had to restart it, and it was terrible. But then after that, it was actually working quite nicely. So yeah, not too bad. But yeah, usually about 2 hours, and maybe I'll try to do longer at some point. But I think 2 hours seems like a pretty decent amount. Not too bad, right? I love the stream time, but I live in the US, so it's not that bad. I wasn't here at the start, but it looks like you started around 10 p.m. Yeah, Canadian time, yeah. Indeed. Ghost Y says, hola, and I'll say hola to you. Yeah, can you tell I wanted to say hello? I'm terrible, I'm sorry. But yeah, welcome to the stream, Ghost Y. TH says, hey Reformist, was just able to play Bannerlord finally because it released on Xbox and found myself coming back to your channel. I used to watch a bunch of your warband vids. Love the content. Hey, thank you very much, and I'm glad to see you here, and I'm definitely glad to know that you're having a fun time, or at least I hope you're having a fun time on the Bannerlord version for the Xbox. So that's great. Yeah, that's really nice. Oscar Oscar says 24-hour Reformist stream when? I'm gonna assume that's probably never gonna happen. I don't think I'm kind of old now, right? I'm kind of old now. I don't know whether I have the not sure if I have the stamina for that kind of stuff anymore. Used to do that kind of stuff a lot back in the day, but now maybe not so much. So yeah, but who knows? Maybe for charity? I don't know. Maybe for a charity or something like that. I mean, it's highly unlikely. Let's just say that. But I don't know. Maybe cut it in half and then cut it in half again. Then I might be able to do it. Something like that. Now I have no idea how to say your name, but thank you so much for the super chat. I'm gonna try it. Okay, Joachim, is that how you say it? Joachim Johansson. I really appreciate you giving me the super. That is super nice of you. You get it? Pun? Super nice. Okay. You say, it's so long since I've seen you play. I have missed you, my guy. Hey, I've been around. I've been around. Are you talking about the stream or are you talking about videos? Because I've been around the whole time. So yeah, I'm pleased to see you here. And again, I really appreciate the super chat. Very much appreciated. Okay. Ghostwise says, "Hey man, I'm not a native Spanish speaker either." Oh, okay. All right, all right. Yeah, Bruce says I can't stay up 24 hours. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. I mean, very, very rarely, shall we say. Black Hood says, "Do you announce when your stream is before, so you can set up reminders for it, or is it down to luck if I catch it in time?" You know what? I don't actually know how to do that. As I said, I'm very, very new to the whole streaming thing. So for me to set up a reminder or to set up you know, like a, I don't know, waiting room or something. I don't know. I know that there is a way to do it. But I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm kind of like, as I say, not really knowing how to, but I would like to be able to, Black Hood. So I might actually look into that so that you will know when I'm going to do that. But as I say, sometimes I just literally go online, just kind of randomly. And sometimes I plan to do something, but then I find that I can't do it because of time constraints or whatever. So, you know, maybe that's the reason why I generally tend not to do that. But yeah, anyway, I'm actually thinking, are we leveling my roguery skill right now? I hope I'm leveling my roguery skill. There we go. I raided the village. Oh, now I feel bad. See? Now I feel bad. Okay. I will consider this when taking further actions. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to run this way because, let's face it, I don't want to get killed by any vassals, and we've increased our relation with our companion, which is actually kind of amusing considering he just complained. So, yeah. Anyway, hopefully that answered your question, Black Hood. I will try to schedule it when I'm almost 100% that I will, but before that, I couldn't guarantee it. Oh, Ross, hey, from the Falkland Islands. Wow, okay, I gotta say, I'm really bad at geography, so I think I know where that is, but I'm very bad at it. But it is currently 1:57 a.m. where you are. Wow, okay. I really appreciate seeing you here, actually, Ross. And, oh, you actually, you're saying something else as well. I wish we didn't have such crappy and limited internet here. Otherwise, I'd watch your videos 24/7. Whatever happened to the Mount and Blade / gun game? Are you talking about Freeman? I think you're talking about Freeman, aren't you? Yeah, well, Freeman basically, I got to the end of basically what I could do with the game. You know, the content just ran out. And that was pretty much the only reason why I stopped playing it. But apart from that, I'm going to be returning to Freeman when they release the new update. Because as far as I'm aware, they're working on a new update, and I'd very much like to do that when it's released, but I don't know when that will happen. So hopefully that answers your question. Okay, 12-hour stream confirmed, ship it. I did say half it and then half it again. So 6 hours I think I could probably do, but yeah, as I say, we're not going to go there just yet. No, we're not going to go there just yet. Not right now, at least. Callum says, "You're the reason I'm building a PC, so I'm able to play Bannerlord. You're also the reason I bought it for PlayStation, so I could at least play the first Mount and Blade." Oh, I'm really happy to see that. And yeah, I hope you actually you know, enjoy your time in Calradia, wherever you happen to play it. Yeah, I hope you get your PC up and running, because then you're going to be able to download all these wonderful mods and support the modding community and just have a whale of a time. That's always great. Let's see now. Oh, I see. You just started a job after Corona, so not much time to actually watch YouTube, and it's 5:58 here. Just got... oh, I see. Oh, okay. I understand. Joaquim, I really appreciate that. As I say, I really appreciate you giving me the super. That really makes a huge difference, and I'm glad to see you here. I really am, and hopefully you're going to catch me in the next one too. MT says, wait, it's just been a 2-hour stream so far. Thought it was 3. Yeah, it has been. It has been about 2 hours according to my stream software. Yeah, it has been about that. Sounds good. Hope you figure it out for the ones you can. Then I'll see if I can catch the others. Because nice being able to talk to you via chat. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I absolutely love that. I think the interactivity is incredibly fun, and it's actually partially the reason why I turned on the lower latency mode, because there are 3 modes, and I was playing on normal mode to access the higher quality options for the video. But then I thought, hey, you know what? I want to be more interactive, so I put on lower latency instead, and that has now enabled me to answer just a little bit faster, or at the very least, you're going to be able to hear my answer faster. At least I hope so. But yeah. Oh, Callum, you're watching from Australia. Currently 1 p.m. Whoa, that is wow. That is quite the time difference, isn't it? I mean, it is basically on the other side of the planet, right? That's wow. That's a long way. That is a long way. Can you tell that I'm really good at geography, because I just go, yes, that's a long way away. Very good. Anyway, we'll do the caravan ambush, but I am actually going to have to end the stream now. So yeah, I'm just going to answer the last couple of questions here, and by all means, like the stream if you want to, if you haven't already, and yeah, I will try to stream again soon. But yeah, as I say, I'll answer a couple of these questions, and then I will go away. I will go away, indeed, into the darkness once again. Yes, Freeman, thanks for the update. Falklands are 8,000 miles away. Oh wow, yes, yeah, exactly. Off the coast of Argentina, who we beat in the war. Currently paying 120 pounds a month. Wow. 120 pounds. Wow, that is incredible. That is actually incredible. And yeah, that is where I thought it was. But yeah, that would go way too fast. That would go way too fast. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, but yeah, I'm really pleased that you're liking my content, and I'm still kind of shell shocked. Ugh. Wait, what? Look at what a tongue twister that is. Shell shocked. You said my name. Been watching your videos for so long. You know what, Ross? That is absolutely fine. I really appreciate your support. Yeah, I really do. Hey, Callum, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Just because I was able to watch the end of the stream, and because I love your videos. Hey, you know what? Catch me next time. Catch me next time. I would be very happy to see you there again. And I will remember. I will remember you. Generally, I remember a lot of people, actually, surprisingly enough, considering my memory is basically like Swiss cheese. But yeah, yeah, I very much appreciate that. Thank you. And yeah, there you go. So I'm gonna be hopping off now, and I will see you in the next stream, hopefully relatively soon, where we will well, try to try to see what's going on with my roguery skill. I actually leveled up my roguery skill quite nicely, so yeah, we'll probably try and raid one more village potentially, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon, hopefully.